one for whatever, and it's early as shit. Party people, in a place to be. It's me, it's me. If you can't tell, shame on you. There's something different about this particular recording and the recording after this. You see, I just sometimes what'll happen is there'll be a story that comes onto a feed of mine, comes my way too late at night for me to really do anything about it. And last night was one of those nights. And so I decided that this was as good a time as any for me to start a new segment I call Wake and Rage. That's right, Wake and Rage. Get it? You see? Waken, although, well, I don't know how that's really pertinent. Wake and Rage, anyway, is going to be the title of this next segment, I believe. There are two stories that I want to get to in this particular segment of Wake and Rage. The first one is going to be another edition of 2 Drink Minimum News Update. Roll credits. This one, we log into the Only in Florida file. This pops up on my Yahoo News feed super early in the morning. Dateline, Delray Beach, Florida. Only in fucking Florida. A woman who fled with her son while trying to prevent his circumcision will face imprisonment if she doesn't return and allow the surgery to proceed, a judge ruled Friday. Yet it's just coming up on my news feed late Sunday, early Monday. In a stinging rebuke of the mother, Heather Hieronymus, Circuit Judge Jeffrey Gillen said she had successfully dragged out a legal battle and was reprehensible for going missing with the boy and for conduct that has put the 4-year-old in a public spotlight, making him an object of curiosity and worse. He found her in contempt and demanded she appear in court Tuesday with the child, or he would command police to find her. She will only avoid jail in the contempt charge, Gillen said, if she signs paperwork necessary to schedule the procedure that she initially agreed to in a legal document. This child has been placed in a light that provides much too much scrutiny for a little boy, the judge said. I blame no one but the mother for that. It was the latest dramatic turn in a case nearly as old as the boy himself, and one that has become a rallying cry for intactivists, get it, intactivists, the circumcision opponents, who say removing the foreskin is barbaric, which it is, though Hieronymus gave her blessing to circumcision in the parenting plan she reached with the boy's father, Dennis Nebis of Boca Raton. She later changed her mind, leading to a long court battle. Circuit and appellate judges have sided with the father. The father has called circumcision just the normal thing to do. The mother said it's not worth the risks. And at this point, it probably isn't after 4 years. After Hieronymus, only in Florida, a book of Boynton Beach, refused to sign papers to allow the circumcision, and after protesters spotlighted the case, potential surgeons have backed out of circumcising the boy. Both Nebis and the boy's doctors have received death threats. Meantime, the mother has stoked the protests and publicity, despite a court order not to, said May Kane, an attorney for the father who appeared in court. She's willing to flee with him and plaster him all over the internet and do anything she can, Nebis said. She stated that she's going to do everything that she can to stop it. Just like a mother, you know what I mean? Ever dealt with mama bears? It's just like the same thing. Nebis said Nebis has said he has not seen his son since February 19th. Thomas Hunker, the attorney for Hieronymus, said he did not know where his client was. After the hearing, Hunker said, "We're concerned for the child's well-being and emotional condition. Though circumcision rates have fallen in the U.S., a majority of boys still undergo the procedure, though a bubbling movement against it has developed. The CDC says medical evidence shows benefits clearly outweigh risks. What benefits? Circumcision can lower a male's risk of sexually transmitted diseases, penile cancer, and urinary tract infections. Well, only in fucking Florida, baby. Here's my take on this. Guess what? I've got a few friends, best friends actually, who aren't circumcised. And as far as I know, they don't have STDs, penile cancer, or urinary tract infections. Because they know what to do with it. They know how to fucking take care of their dicks. Like, it's not, I've heard arguments in favor of I've, for the benefit of those who give a damn, was circumcised when I was a baby, which is just fucking stupid, really. Like, I guess it was for religious purposes, and that whole thing that Americans have where parents are like, well, I don't want them to be made fun of, and chicks might not like da-da-da-da-da, which is like, who gives a fuck, number one? Like, why? That doesn't... Stop it. That's not a reason to do something. And apparently, from what I understand, like, that didn't help the length of mine. You know what I'm saying? Which, I'm cool on the length, by the way. Like, don't trip. I ain't mini-me, but would have been nice to have a little extra length. You know what I'm saying? I got friends who are uncircumcised, and they know what to do with their goddamn dicks. They know how to clean it. They know where to put it. They know how to use condoms. It's functioning perfectly fucking fine. You understand? So there really is no reason for circumcision, unless you're talking about religious reasons. Now the thing here, though, the issue that really comes up here is that the mother agreed to this early on and then changed her mind. Now, she did agree to it and signed the paper saying, go ahead and circumcise the kid. My question is, what were the circumstances where, because usually this happens like as soon as the boy is born, like as soon as it's born. So my question is, what were the circumstances where it didn't happen as soon as the kid was born, so that this isn't even an issue there? Since we are in a circumstance where the mother changed her mind, how on earth did this go through as many judges as it did, who sided on the side of the father to circumcise their kid? Now, I'm not. It doesn't make any sense, because this is an unnecessary medical procedure that courts have said they're going to do and have held up chances for them to do on this kid. Why? Like, how is there a court order to cut this kid's dick apart? Like, that makes very little sense to me. I can't imagine any circumstance where a court would say, yeah, go ahead, chop that little girl's clit off. Like, I can't, you know what I mean? Like, and so conversely, I can't imagine a circumstance where they would say, especially at this point, 4 years in for the little boy, like, he knows what it is now. He understands it. He gets, he's been living with this thing for 4 years. He has cognitive reasoning. He's going to remember the procedure at this point, because memories start to form around that age, 3 or 4-ish. So he's going to remember his dick before it got circumcised. He's going to remember this horrific ordeal that he's going, at this point. If you want to fine the mother or whatever, okay, maybe fine her for going back on an agreement, maybe, or something like that. But, and even maybe contempt of court. But at this point, it's beyond the barbaric nature of normal circumcision to circumcise his kid at 4 years old. He's going to remember this shit. He's going to remember it. He didn't agree to it. He probably doesn't want it to happen. If you break down what it is, yeah, we're going to cut a piece off of your penis, little boy. Like, this is fucking insane. This is fucking insane. And only in Florida is full of crazy fucking people. I'm sorry, those of you who watch me from Florida, and those of you who I know who used to live in Florida, but Florida. There's a reason Florida's all the way over there, because the rest of America was like, let's keep it over there. That's it. I don't even want it. It's fucking weird. You would Castro doesn't want them. Let's just keep. It's fucking close to. Get away from me, Florida. This is fucking insane. There's no reason for this to happen. You want to know my overall take on this? Let me cut this a little short. Is go mom go. Fucking keep running, baby. Like, just keep fucking running. I don't know that she necessarily needed to ramp up the attention that she's gotten from intactivists. But because maybe they can help her with some legal ramifications. I can imagine that there's going to be some appeals, some more appeals going, probably a lawsuit. I can't imagine how there isn't a lawsuit against these judges that are like, yeah, cut the tip of this kid's dick off. Like, why? At 4 years old, why? It's the practice in general is just lame and fucking stupid. We have the technology now so that anything that comes onto this dick should be protected from it. We also have a better understanding of how the foreskin is actually there to protect said penis from shit like that. For the CDC to say that medical evidence shows that people with circumcisions are at lower risk for STDs, penile cancer, and urinary tract infections, that probably has less to do with the actual, and we can look into this, it probably has less to do with the actual foreskin being off and more to do with just cultural differences, habits learned and taught by parents, and so on and so on and so forth. This stuff, correlation is not causation, I guess. Is that how I'm using this right? It's fucking 5 o'clock in the morning. Don't quote me on shit like that. But the higher risk of STDs, penile cancer, and urinary tract infections aren't reasons to get circumcised. You know what I mean? Like, those might be connected with people who aren't, but then that's more of a education and cleanliness issue, right? Then we need to change that landscape, right? That doesn't. And again, I know guys who aren't circumcised, and believe me, fucking guys talk about fucking everything. All right, we especially talk about our dicks. Don't think that dudes don't know about their homeboys' dicks. We kind of do. Like, it's fucking weird. Don't ask. Just don't. Just keep moving. Just keep going. Keep fast forward through that if you need to cleanse your brain. But they don't have these issues, homie. This is fucking retarded. So go mom, go. Keep running. Yeah, there's no link to, this is from Yahoo News, by the way. There's no link to anything regarding the mom that I would, there's no like Facebook page linked in a story or anything that I can like. Maybe I'll find it and like her issues or whatever. Just stop cutting the dicks off your kids. All right? Those of you who watch me or know people who, are about to have kids and so on and so forth, keep the kid's dick intact, would you please? Like, I don't want to have to teach him how fucking hard, you know what I mean? Like, just fucking, you decided to be a parent. Well, guess what? That's one of the things you might have to teach your kid. Get it? Got it? Good. Fucking grow the fuck up and stop mutilating your fucking kids, physically or mentally. You whacked up parents. Only in Florida, goddamn.
Well, first you go rip, rip, rip.